got two keychain flashlights from Fenix, and because they're kind of similar, I'm going to do them both in the same video here, compare and contrast them a little bit, and help you decide which of the two of them you might be interested in. Those two lights are the E02R and the E03R. They're both pretty similar. You can see on the boxes here, goes over the main points of them, but because both of these lights are pretty small, I feel like talking about them up here, I feel like you need a little more close-up of them, so let's go down here and have a look at them there. The boxes of these go over some of the main differences, which I'm going to cover, but you can see the form factor is roughly the same. And before we get to the lights, let's just see what comes with both of them. They both come with a USB cable. The E02R is a micro USB, and the E03R is a USB-C. So difference in the charging of those. You probably have both these cables lying around your house, but they are included. Because these are keychain lights, they come with both a small ring to attach to your keychain, and in the case of the E02R, because it is a round light with an O-ring, it comes with an extra O-ring there. They both come with a little bit of advertisement. They both come with some warranty cards and information. They both come with instruction manuals, which I do recommend reading. They're pretty simple lights, but the instruction manuals do have some interesting information on them, which I will of course cover here. And then the lights themselves, both of which you can see are pretty comparable in size. The E02R is $23.95, the E03R is $26.95. The E02R comes in black, blue, and brown, and the E03R comes just in this one color, which is kind of a grayish metallic black. The E02R puts out 200 lumens, the 3 puts out 260 lumens. They're both made of an all-metal housing, 6061 T6 aluminum. They're both IP66 weather rated. The E02R has a 120 milliamp hour battery. The E03R has a 200 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. The LEDs in them are different. The E02R has the Cree XP-G2 LED, and the E03R has two different LEDs, as you can see here. The white one is a matched CA18, and the red is an Everlight 2835. The beam pattern, as I'll show you in a little bit more focused on the E02R, slightly more diffuse on the E03R. This charges in about an hour. This charges an hour and 20 minutes. This one does have a battery indicator. When you turn it on, it will be either green, flashing green, red, or flashing red. And when it gets down to flashing red, you definitely want to start charging. You probably want to charge it at red. You can either just single click this to give you an idea of the charging status, or when you actually turn it on, that will also light up briefly to give you an idea of the charging status. Speaking of charging them, they are both rechargeable. The E02R comes with that micro USB, and you unscrew it here, and that reveals the charging port there. On the E03R, there's a little cover right here. You peel that back, and the cable goes in right there. Both of them, when they're charging, they do have a charging indicator. They're red as they are charging, and they are green when they are fully charged. User interfaces on the two of them. Let's do the E02R first. This one is super simple. All you do is you twist it a little bit tight, gets the low output, and tighten it all the way, and that gets the high output. The low output is 15 lumens for 6.5 hours, and then high is 200 lumens for 25 minutes. The E03R has a little bit more to it, but it's all controlled by this single button here. Like I showed before, you can press it, it will light up to give you an idea of the charge status, and then actually turn it on. You long press it, it comes on to the Eco mode there. Eco is 5 lumens, it will do that for 18 hours, and then to get between the brightnesses, you just single click between them. So 5 lumens for 18 hours, 30 lumens for 3 hours, 80 lumens for 1 hour, 15 minutes, and then 260 lumens for 45 minutes. And after a while, this does have temperature regulation. It will step down as it heats up. And then it just cycles back between all 4 modes. To get over to the red LED, you long press it, and it goes over to the red. It will do 4 lumens for 5.5 hours. It has a regular red, and then press it again, and it will go into a flashing mode. Press it again, back to the regular red, and then long press it back to the white. Long press it, and it goes off. I believe it's a 2-second press to get over to the red, and a 1.2 second press to turn it off. So it's a little bit longer to go back and forth between the two of them, but still both fairly short. This also has a lockout mode that you get to by double clicking it. It will double flash to let you know that it is now in lockout mode. Now if you try and turn it on, you can see it will just double flash to let you know, hey, I'm in lockout mode, I'm not turning on. Double click it again and it will turn back on. E02R on the right, E03R on the left. Both of them on their low outputs. The E02R has a higher low output, so it's lighting up the wall a little bit more. The E03R has a lower output, so it's not doing as much on the wall. It's actually a little bit brighter in person. Now, ramping them up to their highest outputs, there's the E03R on the full output and the E02R on the maximum output. The two, it is just a little bit less bright than the 3. The beam pattern on the 2 is just slightly smaller than the beam pattern on the 3, but they're both plenty bright for most things you're going to need. Looking a little bit farther away, again, the 3 on the left, the 2 on the right, and both of these do a fine job of lighting up the room. Again, I think the 2 has a slightly more focused beam compared to the 3. The 3 is marginally brighter. It is noticeably brighter by a little bit, not night and day as it were. The red light is also good when your eyes are getting adjusted. Not a super huge thrower, the red light, but again, if your eyes are adjusted and you're looking at stuff up close, it does enough of a job. The low output from the E03, plenty, again, if your eyes are adjusted. The low output from the E02 is certainly brighter than the E03, but with the E03 you have more options. If you need to find stuff in your car, there's the low output of the E02 and the high output of the E02, plenty bright. E03, the second output, third, and the brightest. So there you go, the E02R and the E03R, both fairly similar in size, 0.5 ounces, 0.8 ounces, a little bit bigger for the E03R. I would say for my money, for just a few dollars more, I would go for the E03R because this has more brightness options. It does get brighter, it does get lower, it will last longer, and it has the red LED as well. So for my money, E03R, but again, if you want something a little bit smaller and you're fine with the 2 outputs of this, and that full brightness on this is still plenty bright, the E02R is a great option as well. So check these both out, links down below, the Fenix E02R and E03R.